Cancer, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the Renaissance Tarot, to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Cancer, I'm going to be doing your no contact reading for the last 2 weeks of October. And in this reading, I'm going to take a look at the main energy between you and your person, the challenges, what are the important information and steps that you need to know that your person might be taking. Also, I will close out with an important advice and some love messages from your person to you. Now, dear Cancer, I would like to express my genuine gratitude to each and every one of you for being here onto the channel. Thank you so much. You are greatly appreciated. You are greatly seen. And thank you for making a huge part of this community as well. So these are general readings. They may resonate with you and they may not. This is a very specific message though, so it's gonna find the right community of the Cancerians who need to hear this message. And pardon me, I have my coffee right over here because I decided to definitely stick with the water signs readings and to get it done before I head to an event soon. So let's get into your reading and see what's going on, dear Cancer. Okay, so the energy and the challenge between you and your person is the Lovers, and what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Temperance. So Cancer, the energy between you and this person is very obvious with the Lovers here. There is definitely a very strong connection, soul connection between you and someone else. Some of you are dealing with a Gemini. I'm getting here a Leo, possibly a Capricorn, a Scorpio also. Okay, some of you are also dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo. There is a very strong connection between you and the person that you're in no contact with. There could be also some cultural differences between you and them, race differences, whatever it might be, but love doesn't know none of that stuff. You already know that, Cancer. So we're going to clarify this shortly in a minute. In the present moment, in the recent past, you have the Hangman, the Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. A lot of you started communicating with this person back and forth. I feel like that a lot of you realized something within this connection. This person that came into your life maybe was not your type, maybe you were not their type. Something was very like out of someone's league type of a situation. But I do get the sense of here that you really saw a huge potential between you and this person, and hence the reason why something started developing between you and them. We're going to get back to this and clarify shortly. In the present moment, there is the devil, the sun, and the judgment. So when the devil and the sun show up in the present moment, this is telling me that you're aware that this person can make you very happy. There is definitely a very strong sense of anticipation, something is good about to happen, or you know that this person does bring a lot of stability and happiness into your life. But at the same time, you're dealing with someone that maybe has some sort of substance abuse or something is very unhealthy within this connection that needs to be resolved. The devil here could be, a third party, but I don't like to talk about those things. The third party can be as far as from a person to an overtime working job or, trauma, smoking, drinking, compulsive behavior, and things like that might be affecting this connection. You definitely are realizing something about this person, and they're also realizing about this connection as well with the judgment here. We're going to get back to this and clarify shortly. In the near future, you have the 10 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the 9 of Wands. So in the near future, I do see here having your guard up, but at the same time anticipating some sort of a resolution between you and this person that is actually going to lead to a lot of happiness for both of you. There is definitely a very strong connection between you and this person. You do see this person being the one that you can settle down with and create family. Now, the 10 of Cups is about family, children, something here about home also. And already. You're someone that you're very family oriented, and me being a quadruple Leo, I have my Venus in Cancer, my sun, moon, rising, Mercury are all in Leos. Okay, and I'm a North Node Scorpio. That's why I have a very strong connection with water signs, definitely, and my Venus is in Cancer. So just like you, I totally understand and feel what you are feeling when it comes down to you visualizing and knowing that this is someone that you would want to have family with and settle down with. So let's get into your reading and clarify. At the bottom of the deck, there is the Temperance, Sagittarius energy. So definitely strong energy of wanting to create peace and harmony, okay? Now, let's get into your reading and clarify all the cards for you. Coffee? See, who else loves coffee here? Sorry, Cancer. So let's get into your challenge and the energy between you and this person, which is the lovers. So the lovers, dear Cancer, is clarified by the Temperance again, strong Sagittarius energy, the Temperance, Seven of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so there is no contact, right? Obviously, you and this person are in no contact situation. Somebody here abandoned this connection and walked away. One of the reasons why maybe there is no communication between you and this person, or little communication, is because this person maybe tried to keep their options open. Okay, they try to keep their options open, maybe explore other opportunities coming in front of them. There is a strong sense of like there is a lot of love, but also loneliness and sadness with the Five of Pentacles here. Definitely, you might be feeling a little bit isolated right now. You might be feeling a lot of pain within you, and I'm sending you a big hug if that's your case. But a lot of you are definitely wanting to heal this connection. There is something here about creating peace. I feel like that for both of you, I haven't gotten to that part yet, but I'm seeing here Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords, a situation that was, there was a lot of arguments and conflicts between you and them. You have the Ten of Swords at the bottom. A lot of you are feeling betrayed by this situation, whatever happened between you and them. You feel like really as if like this was a big loss. Okay, so let's talk about the recent past and clarify the Hanged Man for you. So the Hangman in the recent past, dear Cancer, is clarified by the Sun, the Five of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. It's literally, that's why I love tarot and the cards do not lie. And, I'm always all about transparency. So as you can see, the Five of Wands just came out, right? Conflict, an argument, some sort of a situation that erupted between you and them. And someone here walked away. As you can see, the Eight of Cups is showing a person walking away. So even though there was a lot of happiness here, the Sun is also here in the present moment, right? You know that this person and you do tend to have a lot of happy moments together and celebrate things together. But some sort of an argument and a conflict happened, and maybe for some of you, this is there were other people that were involved in this situation as well. There were other individuals that were involved in this situation, and someone here walked away. Okay, could have been cultural differences, age differences, just a lot of factors that influenced into this connection. And the Queen of Swords here, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy here as well, along with the King of Swords. Someone might have cut you off, or you might have cut someone out of your connection. Let's talk about the Page of Swords in the recent past. The Page of Swords is talking about maybe back and forth, you still kept in touch, or the communication still existed, but started kind of slowing down. The King of Swords, Queen of Swords again, and the Page of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of chatter, just a lot of talk, but little action. Page of Pentacles is not that much action. It's the King of Pentacles that's a lot of action. You know what I mean? So just a lot of chatter, a lot of talk, a lot of promises, a lot of words. And you don't like that. You like when someone is actually living up to their word, right? So very little action happening between you and this person. Now, I am going to clarify the Queen of Pentacles for you, dear Cancer. So let's talk about the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Hierophant, the Hermit here, and the Lovers. Okay, so three major arcana cards here. A lot of you were really contemplating your connection with this person. Some of you were either already married to this person or you were getting ready to get married, but you started questioning, right? When you look at the Hermit shedding light onto the Hierophant, this is talking about you really trying to understand, like, is this someone that is going to really fully commit to me or not? Because there might have been some committal issues between you and this person, someone not being able to really fully commit to you. So the Lovers is here. Strong connection, strong soul connection here between you and this person that existed. For some of you with the Hermit here, this person also really accelerated your spiritual awakening and your spiritual journey. Some of you started feeling like more isolated, or something really deep started happening within you, like spiritual awakening, And you're a very spiritual sign. I've always said that you're one of the most intuitive signs in the zodiac, Cancer. So a shift happened because of this situation. I think because there was a lot of talk and very little action, someone was not able to really, maybe financially either be equally supportive to you, or just with their levels of maturity, it was just talk, talk, talk. Now, In the present moment, you have the devil, the sun, and the judgment. Okay, so the devil here is showing up again. So it is talking about a situation that was very unhealthy, and it's kind of like resurfacing in the present moment. I think there has been a lot of communication style issues between you and this person. In other words, miscommunication. The Five of Swords here is showing up in the present moment as well. You just know that you might be dealing with someone that maybe they lose their temper very fast, and an argument, starts between you and them. A conflict starts between you and them, and you just don't like that kind of a dynamic. So for a lot of you, you definitely are in this kind of between two worlds, between making decisions. Should I stay? Should I leave? What is the best course of action? What should I really do with this individual? And you have the sun here in the present moment, which is talking about the fact that a lot of you are really focusing on your own happiness, but something here is kind of pulling you back towards this connection. This person is like almost, there is a lot of memories that are resurfacing in the present moment for you. So this could be an emotional moment. Okay, so one of the memories here with the Ten of Swords is showing up again, because this was at the bottom as well earlier. And this is talking about this sense of betrayal. Like I said earlier, dear Cancer, you're feeling a little bit betrayed, hurt, and between two worlds and choices that you need to make, right? You have the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Soldier, the Two of Pentacles. So for many of you, dear Cancers, you are definitely asking yourself the question, how is this going to proceed forward? Is this really something that I should anticipate? I do love this person. I do really believe that this is someone that I've met for a reason, but how is this connection long-term sustainable, right? And that's the main question you're asking yourself. So there is a realization, because you're asking the right questions, dear Cancer, because you're doing a lot of thinking. With the Judgment here, there is definitely a lot of realization that's happening for you in the present moment. A lot of thinking, a lot of realization with the Judgment. This is talking about an awakening. So let's talk about the Judgment for you in the present moment, dear Cancer. The Judgment here is clarified by the Star Aquarius energy, the Six of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. I think a lot of you are really having this realization. If this connection is going to be built upon equal give and take exchange energy, then that's something that I can look into. But if it's going to be only one way and I'm the only one that is going to be investing into this connection, I just don't feel like giving into it. So it's a personal decision. I think that's what your energy is here right now, because a lot of you have been doing a lot of healing within yourself with the Star. Deep healing within yourself, deep cleaning, purging, decluttering deep down within yourself. So let's talk about the Nine of Wands here for you in the near future. The Nine of Wands is the Wounded Soldier, but also having your guard up. It's clarified by the Page of Swords, the Empress, and the Ten of Wands. A lot of you are going to be pouring all into yourself. This is going to sound simple, but I think it's one of the best things that you can do. Before you communicate, before you say anything to this person, make any action, any step, you're taking a step back and you're not reacting, you're responding. You are in a very confident energy. And this is going to be leading someone to have a major realization. Like I said, if before Cancer, you would go out of your way, overextend yourself, try to reach out, try to force anything, you're not doing that anymore, because you have gained a certain level of, confidence within you. Doesn't mean you stop loving this person, but there is definitely a lot of internal work that you're doing. And I do genuinely believe that the past probably 3 to 5 years has been very challenging for you, and you have grown a lot throughout the years. The Queen of Wands is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords, and the World. In the near future, you have the Queen of Cups, then that is you in the near future. This is a very clear reading that I'm really strongly getting here for you. So you are becoming extremely clear whether this situation should come to an end or not. I don't sit here and sugarcoat stuff. I always keep it very honest and very real. I do my readings and I move with agency and integrity. That's why we are here, right? So I feel like that in the near future, there is a turning point in your life with the Wheel of Fortune. Now, for some of you, this could be relocation, changing your job, something very beautiful and profound happening in your life. And this is going to lead you to make a decision here with the World, Ace of Swords, gaining clarity on this situation, whether you want to close it or not. Because the World here is talking about an ending. It talks about a cycle coming to an end and a closure. And with the Queen of Wands, this is, I think, kind of like your own energy here in the near future, where you're really focusing on yourself and you're prioritizing yourself and you're not putting your attention onto the external. Now, the Ten of Cups here is in the near future. You could try to close off a chapter and take a hiatus from this connection altogether because there is something that you're going to be going after. With the Wheel of Fortune, there is an opportunity and an offer that's going to come forward to you. This is more about career related. When it comes to a family dynamic here, this is something that you might be putting in the back burner. All hands on deck. These are the cards right here. Dear Cancer, you have the Tower, the Nine of Cups, and the Three of Swords. So the reason why you're going to put this in the back burner, because I said that before even I pulled the cards, is because you don't want to risk yourself going through, running into another tower moment and having your heart broken and having the disappointment happen again. And maybe this is not what other people want to hear, but I'm not here to tell what people want to hear. I'm here to tell people what they need to hear. And I'm always honest and moving with integrity. So for a lot of you, there is definitely a shift happening for you energetically, and this is a good shift, Cancer. This is also gonna make this person realize that they need to really make these profound changes within themselves. This person needs to change their language. This person needs to change the way they communicate with you, they talk to you, because the devil here in the past that we just talked about in the present moment has been clarified and verified by the Five of Swords, right? So obviously there is something here very toxic and unhealthy, and in the past it was like either a feast or a famine. You know what I mean? A feast, everything was great, everything was fabulous, or a famine, meaning communication, no communication, constant arguments taking place between you and this person, and you are taking the right precautions in the near future not to risk your happiness, because you are embodying the Nine of Cups energy. You are this person's wish fulfilled. You definitely want to, you definitely stand out with your enthusiasm, with your care, but you don't want to risk into it. So that's what I'm getting here. Let's get into your advice. Let's see what is it that you need to know. I love those kind of readings when you get to really have the upper hand and set some boundaries and focus on yourself honestly. So the advice for you, dear Cancer Licious, you have the Page of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Temperance again. So the advice for you here, dear Cancer, is to really recognize and realize, right? Is this person someone that's very determined to come forward to you with this resilient, courageous, bold energy of wanting to be with you on the same page? Because you are someone that you have fought many wars, and maybe this person kind of, didn't want to walk the same path as you or be on the same page with you, and they kind of like kept you as a side person or whatever, you know what I mean? Or whenever they needed something from you. So when the right time comes here for you, I think that there is going to be some sort of an apology or acknowledgement happening for you with the Page of Cups. And you're going to have to make a decision here to really see if you want to proceed forward with them or not. Okay, Temperance here is about creating harmony and peace and alchemizing a situation. Being an alchemist here, it doesn't mean jumping right back into this person's lap. It just means that maybe you would like to politely take a hiatus and just focus on what's important for you. And what's important for you here is the Wheel of Fortune, wealth, abundance, career success, coming at the front line for you and becoming a priority for you to level up and to proceed forward. So let's pull love messages here between you, your person and you. So the messages here from your person to you is, be aware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. I mean, everyone has things that they need to work on and grow and learn, right? It's not we're pointing fingers at someone else's communication style or issues, but this is about just becoming aware on both ends what it is that needs to be worked on. And it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. Now you tell me, I'm getting goosebumps right now, Cancer, how much in sync these oracle cards are with your reading, right? I mean, these messages here that I have with the heart shape, I mean, there is a lot of them. And I do those as complimentaries, tons of other messages here, but this one had to come out, right? Like I said, taking a step back from each other and deciding what's important for you, spending some time alone, putting your focus on what's important for you at first. So, dear Cancer, with all that being said, I would like to extend my genuine gratitude, like really, really in this very moment. I would like to say that I'm very thankful for all of you. I do read your comments as much as I can. And you have become a great part of this big community and made a big contribution to this community. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I value you so much, and I hope that my readings bring some clarity to you and help you in your journey. This is what I had for you. I wish you have an amazing day ahead, dear Cancer, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.